With Time Doctor's scheduling feature, it's easy to plan and track your employees' shifts. But for some, working in spreadsheets or CSV files can be challenging. Learning how to efficiently copy shifts to other users or dates will help you to minimize the time spent creating schedules. For this demo, I'll be using Google Sheets, which is a free application available to all Google users. You may also use Microsoft's Office Excel or other similar spreadsheet programs. The commands we are using for this are the same across each. In addition, I will be using Windows PC operating system keyboard commands. If you are on a Macintosh, you may need to use other shortcuts, which will appear on screen as I announce the keystrokes. So, to start, let's look at our spreadsheet. Each shift that you enter is placed into a cell, which is an intersection of a specific person and date. If you would like to then copy this cell to multiple persons, there are a few ways to do this. The first method is to simply select the cell and hit Ctrl+C, and then select the new location and hit Ctrl+V. This works well for copying one cell or a group of cells to a new person and time. You can also select a larger area and paste one cell to a larger number of cells. This can work well for copying to larger areas if you have hundreds or even thousands of rows. You can select the cell you want to copy, hit Ctrl+C, without clicking on the spreadsheet again, scroll down to the final cell in your range and hit Shift, then select the last cell. It will select from the first all the way down to the second selection. Then press Ctrl+V to paste it into the entire range. You can also do a similar large-scale selection by using the field in the upper left corner. Select your first cell, Ctrl+C, then in this field enter a colon, and in this case we'll go to 1000. Hit Enter. It will then make that range selection for you, and you are ready to paste. You can also copy cells in a spreadsheet by using a click and drag function to copy either downwards, which is columns, or across, which is rows, very quickly. To copy a cell this way, hit the Control key on the keyboard, then click the corner of the cell, drag either down, which creates a column selection, or across to create a row selection, and then release the mouse and the Control key. If you do not hit Control, it will increment by 1 each time, which probably isn't what you want to do for the shifts. For the dates, however, you would want to increment. So to add more dates, select the last date, then click and drag without hitting Control. This will add days incrementally to your schedule. Now that we know how to use the click and drag and various selection methods, let's combine all these things and do some bulk copy and paste actions. First, let's enter a shift into the first cell. Hit Control and drag it down to the bottom of our range. Then, let's hit Ctrl+C to copy that range. Now, hitting Shift, drag and select across the top cell in each column. When you do this and then paste with Ctrl+V, it will paste across all columns and rows. You can do something similar with the Control and drag option. Let's select the first column using the upper left field. Then, Control-click the bottom corner of this selection and drag it across. Just another way to do the same action. Now let's say that you have a schedule set for the week, and you want everyone to have the weekends off. And you want to copy this across many weeks, or months, or even an entire year. You can do this by first selecting the entire week. You can click and drag your selection, or you can click the upper left cell, hit Shift, and then select the lower right cell of the range. Once you have your selection, hit Ctrl+C. Then, using the range field in the upper left, enter the range, let's say E2 to BB2. Now, when we hit Ctrl+V, it will paste that initial week across the entire range repeatedly. This is a good way to fill in a schedule for an entire year, for instance, if you have a repeating schedule. And that's it. This was a brief overview of how to do simple and large-scale copy and paste functions using a program like Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets. For more information, please visit Time Doctor Support.